Hey guys, and surprise, I can review Teen Wolf for you because I watched it online, so I decided to watch it online, so I did review to you. This is going to be my review for Season 3, Episode 5, Frayed, and I gotta say, this was an amazing episode. It was really funny, too, because of Stiles, and it definitely was one of the best episodes of the season. Actually, out of the 5 that I've aired so far of the Season 3, this was the best one. I thought it was really, really good. So basically what this was about was that everybody's on a bus to a cross-country meet. And basically we hear in the first 5 to 10 minutes that Derek is dead. And I was like, what? No, that didn't happen in the last episode. So then we see flashbacks. This was basically a flashback episode. And basically we see that also Allison and Lydia are in a car basically following Scott and Stiles and everybody, and trying to, we see that they're following them. So, I'm not going to go in order of plots, I'm going to go in order of the flashbacks. The first flashback we saw was Scott and Allison, and this honestly was one of the cutest scenes we've seen of Scott and Allison. Even though they're not together, I really want them together after this scene. They basically are talking, and they basically talk about which one is stronger than them, and it was a really cute scene, and they definitely have some sexual tension going on between the two of them. I really want them back together, because they really need to get back together soon. I really think that's what we need to see. We need to see them back together. Alright. So basically then, so yeah, that's basically what we see. He ends up hurting Allison's wrist. But before he leaves, so he warns her about the alphas, specifically the twins, and that's basically what happens. And then we see a scene of Scott in an elevator with the blind guy, and Scott goes to meet Derek and his team, and he says that they're going after them tomorrow, and this is still the flashback. And basically they're trying to show how Derek died. That's pretty much what they're trying to do here. And then we see the scene of everyone fighting. Then we're back on the bus. And Scott's still bleeding. In the beginning, we saw that Scott had this injury, and he's still bleeding, and it's not going away. Because as you know, when you're a werewolf, injuries go away quite fast. But it's not going away for some reason. And we see that one of the twins is listening in. And then we see how Derek's team is planning the attack on the blind guy. They want to kill him because he's the boss. Then we see Allison and Lydia, and this was kind of funny. We see that Lydia has a thing for one of the twins, Aiden. Again, Lydia is a slut. She's really a slut because all she wanted to do was have sex with Aiden. She didn't want to, get his phone number. She didn't want to, ask him on a date. She just wanted to have sex with him. And basically we find out that Allison is not just there to spy on Scott and Stiles. She's also there to keep Lydia grounded, basically. And that was really funny. Then the bus gets stuck in a traffic jam. And then we go to another flashback with Scott and Deucalion, who's the blind guy. And he says he'll never be able to kill him. And Scott basically asks what he wants. And Deucalion says, I want to see what you're made of. Then we're back at the fight scene. This episode has like a very weird formula. Then we're back at the fight scene. We see Derek fall off something. He lands and looks pretty beat up. Then we're back on the bus. And Boyd wants to rip apart one of the twins. And then we get probably the funniest scene of the episode. Stiles wants to know why Ethan, one of the twins, keeps checking his phone. So he goes over to Danny, and he keeps texting Danny. And he basically says, ask Ethan why he's, and this was absolutely hilarious because we kept hearing noises on Stiles' phone. He kept texting him. Stiles, honestly, this was one of Stiles' best episodes. It was so funny, especially this scene. And then he basically asked him what was going on, and then we saw that, and then we find out that someone close to him is sick and might not make it through the night. Then we see Aiden, Ethan's brother, holding up a bloody, battered man. They take him into Dr. Deaton's office, and Mr. Morrow arrives with him. The guy is a large dude, and that's basically what happens. Then the episode gets kind of crazy. We see that Scott is not healing, and Stiles calls Lydia because he knows that they've been following him, and that he can tell they've been following them this whole time, and well, basically he tells them what's going on with Scott, and they pull over at a rest stop, and Stiles, Lydia, and Allison pull Scott into the bathroom, and Lydia thinks he's not healing because it's all in his head. The idea that Derek might have died. Lydia then suggests that maybe they should stitch him up to make him believe he's healing, and Allison tries to help him out, and she sees a vision of her mother, basically. And her mother basically tells her what to do, and for some reason, though, once she stitches the gas up, he's not breathing for some reason. But then he wakes up and he says it's my fault, and then regarding Derek, and then they head back to the bus. So again, this all has to do with Derek's death, possibly. And then we see and then we basically are back in the fight scene. I just want to get to the fight scene now. Oh, I forgot to talk about this scene before. When Allison was stitching up Scott, Stiles basically had to stall the bus from going, and the coach just keeps blowing his whistle in Stiles' face. He's like, move this bus, and then he keeps blowing the whistle. No. He keeps blowing the whistle, and that was hilarious. I thought that was one of the best parts of the episode. And then we're back in the fight scene flashback, and everyone fights, and basically, Deucalion had ordered Derek to kill Boyd, and Callie has Derek's sister. And Derek doesn't know what to do. Out of nowhere, there are explosions, and there's this exploding arrow, and it's Allison. Basically, again, she saved the day. And then we see that Scott's eyes glow red. We arrive at the scene where Derek falls to his death. And basically here, they want us to think that Derek is dead. He's not dead, though. They did kill off Deucalion, though. He's dead. Then Allison and Lydia are on the bus with Stiles and Scott. And Stiles and Lydia are talking about the Dark Druid. And Scott thanks Allison for saving him, basically. And then in the final scene, we see Miss Blake, the English teacher, get in her car with a stack of papers. And then a bloody hand slams against the car door. And it's Derek. So Derek is not dead, he is alive, and it looks like things are just going to get crazy. It looks like this was just part one, because it looks like next week we're still on the bus. So this was only part one. So this is pretty much like a part one, part two episode, and I really love this episode. I thought it was really good. It was such an amazing episode. Do you think that Scott and Allison are going to get back together? What did you think about Stiles and Lydia? Again, do you feel like Lydia just really likes Stiles? Because it seemed like Stiles still likes Lydia. What's going to happen with Derek and Miss Blake now? What do you think is going to happen with them? Is Deucalion is dead? What do you guys think of the episode overall? Love the episode, and that's it for my review. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you guys next video. Okay, bye!